I finally watched the first season of Chucky, and I'm going to give you my spoiler free thoughts. Then, after that, I'll go over my spoiler filled thoughts. I'm not used to reviewing shows, so sorry if this isn't my best review. With all that said, let's get to the review.
This creepy doll just creeps me the hell out.
Me too.
Hi, I'm Chucky.
A vintage good guy doll is found at a yard sale, and the inevitable murdering that ensues terrorizes an idyllic American town while exposing its hypocrisies and secrets. Several characters from Chucky's past, friends and foes alike, show up to expose the truth of the killings, as well as the demon doll's untold origins as a seemingly ordinary child who somehow becomes this notorious monster. I'm not the best when it comes to watching shows. There are some shows that I really like, but most of the time when I try to watch a show, I have a hard time actually finishing it, but that wasn't a problem with this season of Chucky. I found the season quite engaging. In fact, it made my work on this channel harder as I kept wanting to watch the next episode while I was working on my videos. I'd be working on a video and I just, in the back of my head, I'm like, I want to know what happens next. I want to watch the next episode. And I'm going to be completely honest, I enjoyed this season of Chucky more than any of the child play in Chucky films. I just found myself much more interested in this story. I really enjoyed the characters in the show quite a bit. There were some pretty good kills. Most of the kills I wouldn't say were that unique, but they were still enjoyable to watch. I sound like a sicko for saying that, but you know what I mean. I do wish we had some more unique kills. The kills in this film weren't that unique. I really liked how they killed off characters I wasn't expecting. They definitely didn't pull back all their punches in this film. This film also has a pretty sick sense of humor, and some of the things that these kids go through throughout this season are just messed up. Wow. I really enjoyed how I didn't know everything that was going to happen in this season. It wasn't very predictable for me. I don't know if for other people it was, but for me, it definitely wasn't. There was also a moment towards the end of the last episode of season 1, which I'm gonna be honest, I found pretty disturbing. I also just couldn't take the character of Andy very seriously. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to or not. I'm not sure if it's the actor for Andy's acting or if it's something else that just isn't convincing for me. I'm not sure, but I did, have a hard time taking him seriously. Okay, I'm now gonna go over my spoiler-filled thoughts, so big spoiler warning. Like I said in the spoiler-free part of my review, they really killed off characters I was surprised they killed off, or at least surprised that they already killed off in the first season, like Bree Willer's Kim Evans. I was also pretty shocked when it was revealed towards the end of episode 8 that Tiffany removed Mika's arms and legs. That scene was kind of disturbing. And as I said in the spoiler-free review, I don't think there were a ton of creative kills, but I still think there were some, especially Bree Willer and that nurse doctor dude. I still think the less creative kills or the more simple kind of kills were done pretty well. I'm really excited to see what happens in the next season. I have a feeling I'm gonna struggle trying to get other videos out because I'm gonna be so invested in season 2. Okay, those are my thoughts on Chucky season 1. I would love to know your thoughts on the season. Don't spoil the other seasons. And I'm very excited to see what happens in season 2. Once I watch that season, I will make a review for it. So with all that said, bye.